Welcome to Monday Night TPK.
Alright, hey guys, thanks for listening. Welcome to Monday Night TPK. My name is Kyle, and I will be DMing this 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Real Play podcast. We are currently burning through the Tomb of Annihilation. And when I say burning through it, I mean...
It's a slow burn.
It's really the best kind of burn. The one that takes a long time to finish.
Leave town.
Yeah.
We're safe in town, though.
That's true.
Yeah, you're safe-ish in town.
Safe-ish. We already had a zombie attack once. So.
I'm thinking we're recording right now episode 20.
Yeah.
And we got to Port Nyanzaru about episode 7 or 8, somewhere in there.
I think it was 8.
So, maybe in the next episode or 2, we can leave the city. And I know you guys...
there's so much to do.
Oh man, I have a book in front of me with so many things I haven't thrown at you guys. It's ridiculous.
Good.
But I know you guys have a timeline that you're trying to stick to, etc., etc.
I mean, the dinosaur race is really the thing that was important.
Yeah, really. That's the truth.
Next.
Alright, so, usually I introduce these people before they start talking, but who cares? Like, procedure that we never actually wrote in stone. It's just precedent. You can break precedent, right? Hey, Ryan.
Yes.
Since you did the countdown to us starting, how you doing today? I'm picking you first.
It's a good day.
It's a good day.
Nice, restful day. I'm good.
Are you looking forward to your birthday in 3 days? 2 days? 3 days?
It's comes and goes every year.
Yep.
So it
I
goes.
got good friends that are looking out for me so I don't seep into depression, but...
Awesome. It's good to have
That was
that.
good.
It's good to have that safety net, like that. You know, people that care about you, to shoo away those people that don't care about you.
Like Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not claim to be amongst the
That's
people that
why
care
there's
about you.
3 other people here besides Kyle to, like, balance that out.
So I'm gonna roll a die. Oh, Motwood dies.
Awesome.
No.
All right. Dana,
Yeah.
what's new, Dana?
I added
New character
to
sheet? Got
my sign language for Rixer. So now he knows one phrase completely and is working on 4 others.
Neat.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're keeping track of that.
Me too.
And I'm glad I trust you to be honest with that, because I have no interest in keeping notes
Yeah.
on what sign language Rixer does and doesn't know.
That's okay.
Cool.
We'll remember.
It might screw me over in the future whenever, like, because it's not written down, I don't know it. Whereas if I hadn't been writing them down, they'd be like, yeah, no, it's fine.
That's 100% what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are going to have to go,
Usually
like,
happens.
sneaking through a place, and you can't make any noise, and all of a sudden you didn't write down that super helpful phrase
Mm-hmm.
that totally would have helped you guys survive.
Mm-hmm. It's Nubbins.
It's Nubbins.
It's a safe word.
I'm trying to think of how to work that into the title. The safe word is Nubbins.
Safe word is Nubbins, yeah.
Oof. We can't have a title during recap, like before recap even. Matt,
Yes.
what's new, Matt?
Not much. Same old.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not much going on. We're getting close to buying our house.
Well, that's
Woo!
exciting.
Yeah. Which is the same as you.
House
Yeah.
buying.
House buying.
Yep.
Getting terrifyingly close.
Adulting.
Yeah.
The world of purchasing a home.
Yeah. It's frustrating. Don't do it.
They have.
Sam, how is the cake that you're eating?
Oh, it's magnificent.
It really was good.
It was
really
my
good.
birthday.
Awesome. You know, it would be great. Like, you could post your delicious stuff to a web thing that we could put links to, and then also promote on the side.
Yeah?
Just
Yeah.
future endeavor. We'll add that to the list of ideas.
Yep.
Perfect.
Hashtag for the board.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What? That's what it's called.
100% title That's the title.
Sam's food porn.
Oh
Yeah.
god. I can't.
And then you can like share it with all your friends and family.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
go over well.
All right. So we started. We're about 6 minutes or so into wasting time.
Woo!
Sam, are you in a place where you can read your notes from our last session to kind of do a recap?
Yeah, I absolutely can.
Fantastic.
So, in episode 19, we all experienced a dinosaur race. While Rixer was riding, you were on Grungstomper, right?
Yep, sure was.
The rest of us played NPCs on our very own dinosaurs, and we tried our best to have fun with it. But first, Brielle and Gilly discussed race seats. Montwood asked Rixer to take 12 with him on the race. Rixer agreed to take 12 and gives him some snuggles. Aww.
Yeah.
Kyle did some nice explaining of the race path. Very helpful.
Thank you.
The group hopes Rixer can follow the racetrack without being from the city. Brielle and Gilly had to spectate at the finish line. Montwood headed to his spot to spectate near the starting line. And the racers were introduced. The race rules were explained, and we found that the winner gets a sack of gold and a small chest. The race begins! Rixer and Grungstomper take off. Montwood casted guidance. The full halfling, which is a different dinosaur, was left behind. Rixer continued on Teu's favorite. Oh, I'm sorry. Rixer continued on, and Teu's favorite became upset, which is a dinosaur. The full halfling was out of control. Cholton Iron took the lead and became furious. Rixer and Grungstomper did a water dance. Rickety fell off of his Triceratops. Rickety was a kobold, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kobold.
Yep.
He tried his best. Jet got water in his face. That was a high elf, I think we decided at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Riding a dinosaur. Rixer, Rickety, and Jet got glittered. Grungstomper, we found out that he likes to eat lizards. And Obteu's favorite, well, he likes to eat lizards too. Uh-oh. Lost my place. There it is. The full halfling was not distracted by the lizard and got in second place. Coming up from the back there. Jet did some awesome lizard cutting, but that made Cholton Iron, his dinosaur, very hungry for a lizard. Obteu's favorite took the rear. Wah wah. Rickety went into second place. Rixer powered through to third place. Obteu's favorite lost his sponsor. Jet and Cholton Iron took Obteu's sponsor, which was Tej. Rixer may not be winning, but he is having the time of his life, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah. Yep.
A party got in the way of the race. Then things started to get a little messy. Ryan's character, what was your character's name, Ryan?
No, I don't remember what I have written down.
Well, his character and Obteu's favorite ran over a dwarf. What was your character's name?
Fierce Koala.
Yeah. So Fierce Koala and Obteu's favorite ran right over that dwarf. He was so tired and weighted down by, I think it was plate mail?
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Calf spam.
And then Obteu's favorite ran over his rider, which was a bummer. And Ryan experienced his first character death in this game.
I mean, Montwood came pretty close to dying once
Montwood
too already.
Technically would have died, but
I mean,
We were still in the tutorial
yeah,
level.
we were still in the tutorial.
yeah, out of tutorial. Rickety and the full halfling were in the lead with Grungstomper and Chulton Iron neck and neck for second place. As the finish line approaches, Jet and Chulton Iron fell into a water pit. It was very sad. Rickety and the full halfling win. Da-da-da-da. Rixer came in second place, and he ended up getting a silver medallion and a sack full of silver coins. Brielle and Gilly meet up and congratulated Rixer, and then made a plan to go find Montwood and discuss important information.
That sounds pretty good. I'm pretty sure at the very end you guys managed to meet up again, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if
We're
not,
kind of
I feel
already-
like it would be definitely not too difficult to do. Rixer, Gilly, and Brielle are already together. Montwood probably would know where they were meeting.
She still has 12. So.
Oh yeah, so absolutely.
Yeah.
He
Well,
can-
and once the dinosaurs went out of your range, you probably would have started heading there anyway. So that makes it so you'd be there pretty quick.
Mhm.
Since I don't remember if I did it last time, Rixer will open up the bag of silver coins and peek in, and then just close it back up and throw it to Brielle and say, "I don't know how much is in here. Here."
Yeah, that can absolutely happen. So, Brielle is given a smallish sack full of 50 silver coins.
Yep.
She just puts it in group inventory.
Group inventory. I wonder how many slots there are in group inventory.
As many as we need.
Yep.
I mean,
Do we need to hire a henchman to carry all this stuff? / detect traps.
We need a
dinosaur.
donkey. We need a mule.
All right, cool. So Rixer, you wouldn't really have to worry about leading Grungstomper back to the. Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about leading him back to the pens.
Okay.
The handlers would be right there at the end of the race to kind of take care of all that for you.
Okay, cool.
Um,
I would give Grungstomper a hug around his neck. Good job.
he kind of makes a sound and hits the side of Rixer's head with his head, and you kind of come away with some dinosaur snot and drool, kind of across your face and shoulders. Yeah, but there are lots of crowds. There's people still everywhere. There are still 2 more races that are going to happen. You're going to hear people calling out basically the next race starts in an hour.
Okay.
So what is your intention now?
Head back to the inn?
I think that's what.
I think that's what we decided.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
I don't remember.
So, sounds good. Let's do that.
Rixer agrees.
Yeah.
Rixer always agrees.
Gilly will ask, "Isn't it time for lunch yet?"
I mean, the first race started at noon, so strictly speaking, it is now after.
Oh,
Noon.
it's past lunch.
Not by a lot. I imagine this whole race would take just a few minutes, really. Not the hour and a half it took in game
Right.
time.
Right.
I mean, keep in mind that a couple minutes past noon is
Yeah.
it's getting dire.
It's true. It's true. So you guys can head back to Kaya's house of repose, and even away from the raceway, there are people just celebrating in the streets. It's pretty obvious that this is the day to go out and party, the day to go out and do things, day for celebration, it's et cetera, et cetera. And, just like you guys, you see a lot of people who are obviously from out of town who seem confused. As you kind of go back into the main streets from the Grand Coliseum, you see people that are taking care of a mangled suit of armor, and there's people trying to stand around, and you can see people trying to cast healing spells still on both the dwarf and playmale and also the Cholton man, and they don't seem to be able to revive them. There's definitely this vibe of frustration from the priests who are doing it. Maybe they kind of thought this was probably going to happen, but at the same time, like they're not liking that they can't. Their spells aren't working the way that they want them to. But you make it back to the inn, and it's just packed in there. There's people. You were told that this is like the quiet, like simple, like more laid back inn,
Right.
but it's still just packed. It's louder in here, more raucous than you've seen thus far, and everyone's got a drink in their hand, and they see Rixer when he walks in. They're like, yeah, you put on a great show, and they're gonna like slap you on the back. Like, oh, too bad you came so close. And like a drink is just in Rixer's hand.
Yeah.
Like someone just thrust it in his hand, and like they're like cheering you on because you're a minor celebrity at the moment.
I don't think Rixer would really know how to handle that. Like he's used to getting attention from like being intimidating, not from people liking him. So he's just like, oh yeah, and kind of like try to like slap the guy on his back. And it probably is a little too hard.
Sure, and kind of he goes reeling a little bit, stumbles forward, and just turns back around like, yeah, oh man, you're the best, you're the strongest. Oh, I've never seen an orc race like you. That is so cool.
Oh, thank you. You should have a drink with us. That'd be nice.
Oh man, I'd be so honored. I got all these like friends just points toward the crowd. Oh man, they'll never believe it. And if you guys are after a table, I'm assuming
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
If we can find one.
one like is cleared. Like people
Yeah.
get up for Rixer, and then
Nice.
you guys kind of are benefiting from being with Rixer at the moment.
Yeah.
And
Score.
people want people bring food. The establishment brings food, and you guys can eat, and people keep coming over want to talk to Rixer, and
Yeah.
drinks are brought around. It's again middle of the day, but no one's day drinking is no big deal right now.
Right.
Yeah, Rixer would definitely share things. Like, if people keep on giving him drinks, Rixer's not going to just, like, down them, because this would be too much. So, like, he'll share with the rest of the group and everything like that. Same if there's, like, food that people are offering him, give them.
Okay, so yeah, so you guys are having a pretty good time.
Yeah.
About an hour passes, and a lot of the people start moving out of the bar back onto the streets, starting to talk about the next race, the two-legged race.
Rixer definitely has a good buzz going on.
So, I'm assuming you guys probably don't head out towards the second race.
No, we're gonna stay here.
So yeah, the vast majority of the people clear out, and it becomes a lot more quiet. A lot quieter. It's not like totally empty. There are several other people in the bar who just don't seem to be interested. And as you guys are kind of like enjoying, okay, we can take a breather now. It's not quite as crazy. A woman walks over and pulls up a chair and sits down with you. She is a half elf, and you know what? I probably have a picture of her. So yeah, this half elf woman, kind of wavy blonde hair, comes over kind of with a grayish purple cloak. She on her shoulder has got a pseudo dragon, a little red pseudo dragon, kind of curled around her neck, perched on her shoulder. And she's gonna say, "I am so happy that I was able to find you. You all are adventurers, yes?"
Yeah.
She's got kind of like wide eyes. And as you guys can see from the picture, it's very noticeable. She does have like a scales, kind of like across her cheeks. They kind of go down the sides of her face and kind of down her neck a little bit.
Okay.
She's wearing her hair in a way that kind of hides it, but at the same time, she's sitting at the table with you. You're going to notice it. And the scales are kind of like a goldeny color to them too. I'm sorry, Diana?
I like your face.
Is that what you say to her?
Yeah.
She will kind of like touch her cheek a little bit and kind of just stop. Many generations back, there's dragon blood that runs through my veins. And
I'm an orc.
I can see that. You did very well at the races today.
Yeah, I
You-
did. I was fast.
You must be very capable. And the rest of you, if you associate with such a powerful orc, you must be very capable as well.
Yes.
She'll nod at Gilly. And I've heard that you're going into the jungle soon. Is that correct?
Yep, we are. Tomorrow? I think. Tomorrow morning.
She's
Yeah.
at this point really just, like looking at Rixer, who's freely giving away information.
You're as bad as the kids in my kids' game. Telling random NPCs all of the information.
It's Rixer, and he's been drinking, so...
I'm hoping I really am hoping you might be able to help me with something. I have a problem, and I need someone who's willing to go out into the jungle to help me with it. You see,
No, you can't take it. It's a dragon. You're a rat.
What?
Sorry, you're saying something?
she's gonna turn to. She turns and looks at the dragon, and like the dragon looks at her, and she shrugs. And the dragon shrugs.
Sorry, I was answering the question. The rat asked me if I thought it could take the dragon.
Tom
And
is
I'm
so
like-
cute.
When you say that, the pseudo dragon is gonna kind of like lean over and like look at the rat, or try to look at the rat. And it kind of like grins a little bit, and it chuckles, and it doesn't say anything, but looks back at the woman, and then kind of goes back to kind of being curled up around her shoulders. Well, I don't think there's any reason for your rat to fight Summerwise. I don't know that Summerwise would want to fight your rat. And she'll just kind of like stroke the dragon's head, and it kind of like puts his head up a little bit to meet her hand. But you see, I'm trying to find my father, and I believe he is in the jungles here somewhere, but I cannot locate him. Would you be willing to at least look for him, and get word to me if you can find him, or find where he is, or if he's at least safe?
First question. I'm Gilly. What's your name?
Oh, I am so sorry. And she kind of nods a little bit, and kind of will offer her hand out to Gilly. My name is Xandala.
Wow, that's pretty.
Yeah, I spell it with an X.
Oh.
If you're trying to spell it, it's Xandala.
Yes.
Nice.
Do you know where your father was last seen?
No. I'm told he's here in the jungles. And I'm told that he was last seen leaving the city. I guess here, Port Nine was the last place I heard. That he's with a very peculiar reptilian man who doesn't speak and smells funny.
Is that from personal
What?
experience that you smelled him?
I
hearsay?
I haven't met this man. I have been asking locals. I've been trying to find information about my father, and that is what the locals have told me. I know that sounds weird. I'm not sure what to make of it either, but I was told a strange reptilian man who doesn't speak and smells funny. So whatever that's worth, that man is apparently with my father.
Gilly's eyes dart toward Brielle, and she signs undead. Sneeple? Question mark.
Brielle does a little eye shift and contemplates that. And she will sign back, probably not. Assuming lizard folk.
Gilly signs back, just a thought. Okay, so, and he left on his own volition with this man?
That is what I have heard. I don't have any. I would be shocked if this man had taken my father against his will. From everything I've been hearing, it sounds like they may be traveling companions.
Was he seeking something, your father? Seeking something in the jungle?
I don't have any idea. I don't know what he'd be doing or what he would want in the jungle.
Huh. And what's his name?
His name is Artus Cimber.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that pings something in Gilly's head, and she kind of looks over.
I heard that name before. Where did I hear that?
I mean, do you guys want to roll history checks, and I can tell you where you were told that name?
Yeah, I remember where I heard it.
I'm
But
pretty sure it's in my notes.
I mean, like, you guys, if you remember as players, your
Yep.
characters can remember.
It is in my notes.
Dana?
What's that woman's name again? Sorry.
Xandala, Xandala.
Oh.
I look at Brio. She can't answer. I look at Richter. I look back at Brio. I look back.
What?
Brielle signs. Tell them we heard that name at the church. Or is it a church?
Temple.
Temple.
Of Savage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the dragon name?
We heard that name at the Temple of
Severus.
Severus.
Summerwise.
Yeah, those dark clothed guys were looking for him.
Mm-hmm. Brielle just nodded.
Oh, no.
Dark,
I could have taken them.
there's other people looking for my father? Oh, no. I don't...
Brielle will nod.
Gonna take that you don't know the dark clothed guys.
I don't have any idea who these people might be. I don't know what kind of trouble my father's got himself into, but I desperately need to find him. I need to make sure that he's safe.
We should go ask grandfather. He probably knows about those guys. Maybe he knows why they're after your dad.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Grandfather.
Brielle will sign
He's
that
not
she-
actually my grandfather.
Brielle will sign that he already said he didn't know anything about this man.
Oh. Brielle says she doesn't remember, or she remembers grandfather doesn't know anymore.
I don't know if giving him new information would be beneficial.
No, I mean
If these people mean him harm.
about who those people are that are looking for him.
He also didn't know anything about them.
She
Oh,
says he didn't know. Oh yeah, was that the time where I was with
You
12?
were. Yep.
Yeah. That's why. Yep. Mm.
Well, maybe we're going the same direction. You can just do it on the way.
You know, that's twice I've heard this name now. There's no such thing as coincidences.
If
I think we're meant to find this guy.
okay, if we run into him
Yes,
and find him, we'll let you know.
that would be fantastic. You can leave word at the bar, and they will get word back to me if you can find any information about him.
Okay.
I can't offer anything, I guess.
That's okay.
But if you can find out who this where he is, again, I would be just incredibly grateful.
We will try our best.
And then she will give her you thanks again, and then kind of go back out the door into the crowd.
Bye. She was nice.
Yeah, she was decent enough. I think you scared her though, talking to 12 like that. It's a little off-putting sometimes. I mean, I get it, but others might not.
Will you be rude not to answer?
Yeah. You asked had a question.
Okay,
He's being very insistent about it.
point taken.
This is going, yeah, I can take this dragon. Yeah, let me try it. Let's take this.
Oh,
So I had to tell him no.
that's fair. Yeah, for his health and well-being, I suppose.
Well, if he gets killed, I could just make another.
Yeah, but wouldn't that hurt his little spirit's feelings?
Would you call it 13?
Would
Alright.
it be sad? Would there be a funeral?
12.1.
It'd still be 12, just
Oh.
a different body.
12 Mark
A
3.
new body. I could choose a new form for him, too.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So being he can turn from a bat, so he's like a rat with wings.
Mhm.
All right, so what is it you guys intend to do?
So after she leaves, Brielle had mentioned before that she had important information, which is why she wanted to come to the tavern and sit. She's going to whip out the Volo's book that is in her pack because she borrowed it from Rixer, and she's going to throw it on the table. And then she's going to point to the Yanti stuff. And she's going to just start flipping through pages. And she will also then whip out... I had my phone somewhere. There it is. Thank you, Ryan. A whole bunch of notes that she took while they were waiting for you to get to the finish line, and she's going to hand those to Gilly.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, wow. This is a lot of information.
Yeah.
For the sake of time, I will not read them all
Right.
out loud. But basically a pointer guide on all of the stuff that's in the book that we got of Volos.
I like the pictures.
Yeah, the pictures are cool.
Oh, that one's weird.
So we'll just say that Oh, I guess, Gilly, do you want me to read all of this?
It's important information.
Okay. She wants me to read all of it. Are you all ready?
A defeated expression.
Sounds good.
And Gilly's going to read everything that Matt wrote down.
Gilly's going to read it.
Oh.
Brielle can't talk.
Right. Oh, wow. Brielle made some really detailed notes. Okay, are you guys ready? I'll give the highlights and then we can keep these for later for reference.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently the UNT, they started out as a human empire and then they became cannibals and they learned rituals about human sacrifice and mixing with serpent gods and whoa. And then they became hybrids and they see like humanoid people like as inferior, which is, yeah, that's a thing. And then the ones that are most snake-like are the leaders, and the ones that are most human-like, they're used as like the spies. Yeah. And they also have like they use allies and minions to do other biddings and other evil things. And there's 3 main types. There's abominations and Malayan, I lost it already. And purebloods. Yeah, it's you can look at the word, it's confusing. And then yeah, there's a couple more, but they're even further mutated, and I hope we don't ever see them. And then, does anybody want to know more about those ones specifically? Yeah?
I do.
Okay. Alright. So, thank you.
Some random guy in the crowd. Hey, can I hear about those?
No,
Stop
go on.
Another dude pulls his chair. Oh, that sounds cool. What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Do you know they secretly control the government?
So UNT are very like sneaky right now because they know that the other races and such are more powerful, but they want to reclaim like everything. They want to take over everything. It's weird.
That's not good.
Yeah, but they want to like do it quietly and be sneaky about it and then take over. Shh, everything's fine. You're a snake person now. Except I'm sure they do it much more like brutally with hacking and slashing in like the night times.
That's how I do it.
No.
Brielle shakes her head no.
No, I'm wrong.
Nope.
Pod people.
Okay. Oh, I am wrong. I reread the next note, and they want to capture us and enslave us and conquer us. Because if they kill us, they have nobody to rule over, so they need minions to rule over. They're kind of smart that way. And yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah, they like to capture people. There's many ways that Brielle found that they like to capture people. Yeah. And then they follow 3 different gods. Dendar, Murslok, and Saf.
That was great.
Yes.
What was that again?
He has an extra S in his name. Saf.
And all this is in that book that that impressive little man wrote.
Yeah, it's in the
Bear
book.
just starts pointing at the book.
It's from the book. And they're also self-preservers, and they'll run away if they're losing. So
That's a good tactic, I guess.
So we'll need range if we're starting to win and they start running away. We gotta hit them from far away. Yes.
Kill him like Ryan's
So
villains.
the random dude that joined the table, like, whoa, that's some real trippy stuff. I didn't know any of that. That man, since we're sharing crazy jungle stories, did you hear that Chult was once a playground for a green dragon? Yeah, her bones they mark the location of a hidden treasure trove. If you travel to Mesro and head east across the Laughing Gorge and then south toward Kirsabal, I hear you might just stumble on the dragon's bones. You might earn yourself a place in the history book. Dudes.
He's a surfer guy?
And then he passes out drunk at your table.
Travel to Mesro, and then what?
Man, he is so drunk and gone.
Kyle.
I
I didn't get to my notebook fast enough.
What the hell did I say?
Mesrel, that you might happen upon the bones and you find a place within
There was like a whole something else between
and
that.
then go south
Yeah,
somewhere,
go
I
south.
If you travel to Mesro and head east
Oh.
across
East.
the Laughing Gorge, then toward Kirsabal, you might stumble on the dragon's bones.
How do you spell that one thing? Kirsabal?
Kir, K-I-R, space, S-A-B-A-L. Kirsabal. And as the surfer dude is talking about the city of Mesro, some other person randomly comes up like, Mesro? Oh man, that city of Mesro. Have you guys heard about the city of Mesro? I hear the craziest thing about the city of Mesro now that we're talking about it. Right? I heard it was not actually destroyed during the spell plague. Right? I know they want you to think it was destroyed, but it wasn't destroyed during the spell plague.
What plague?
Oh, the spell plague? Yeah, that's when magic got all funky and weird and all kinds of magic stuff just up and went poof, stopped working.
Oh.
Yeah. They want you to think the city of Mesro got destroyed during all that time, but it didn't. It's ruins. Okay, they're ruins in the jungle, but those ruins, they're an illusion. Okay, they just want you to think that the city was gone. I heard from a guy who talked to another guy who talked about.
Guy?
I don't know that guy,
Right.
but the guy that I know talked to my cousin Vinny. All right, so I got this from cousin Vinny, and cousin Vinny knows what is up. All right, I heard a pale-skinned man. Vinny said that a pale-skinned man whispered all of this to a dinosaur man with a big sword. All right, and Vinny said that dinosaur man with the big sword, he smelled like honeysuckle.
Wow. Cool.
That's a very nice thing to say about someone.
Yeah, man, my cousin Vinny, he's such a guy.
Gilly looks around for a banner
Just
that
gonna
says,
put
like,
pale
conspiracy
skin man as
theorist
far as
convention. It's like,
You don't? You see dinosaur races today?
yeah. Okay.
Man, I wish I'd seen a dinosaur-looking man that smelled like honeysuckle. That just sounds strange. And then he's gonna wander off.
So if I'm doing the math right here, sounds like Mesro is a good place to start looking.
Maybe.
We're looking for what?
Look at your phone.
Are we looking for that
Actually, I
guy?
wanted to see it and so I look at minutes.
Yeah. Well, so guys, remember we were here. We're here to look about the why the healing spells aren't working.
Oh, right.
Oh, right. So much stuff on our plate now.
Brielle's gonna take her parchment that she's writing in and she's gonna point to a specific note.
Oh. So. Oh, apparently the UNT have cities that are hidden but ancient. They don't rebuild, rather they maintain what they have. So maybe this Mesro place? Is that what you're thinking? Maybe they're hiding there?
Brielle will shake her head, yes.
So yeah. But that spell plate was interesting. Oh, that guy's gone.
Yep, sure is gone.
Oh, man.
But he told you all about what his cousin Vinny told him.
I was just so
It's
baffled
getting
by
an
the
Ant-Man vibe off of that one.
the dragon that smelled like honeysuckle, and then I forgot that he said spell plague, because that kind of sounds like what we're going through now.
Dragon Man
Yeah,
that smells like
good.
honeysuckle. And Reptile Man that smells strange. Could be the same person.
Oh, that's true. Oh my god!
That's 3 for
They're
everybody keeping score.
sacrificing
3 times.
people to make more UNT! Oh, it's happening. I think we should go to that city. City of Mesro. Yeah, Ma was right. Yeah, good place to start. Yeah.
Where's our map?
Oh, I have it.
What has
Is that
it?
on the map?
Why I say I have it, Kyle actually has it.
No, I left it.
No,
Matt
the
has it.
big map is all the way over there across the room.
We'll just edit some stuff out here.
I'll get it.
Yeah,
I was
there's gonna be a
gonna
lot
say,
of
Dana
chunks
might be
out
able
of
to
it.
I
push
can
easier.
get
She doesn't
Sam.
have the climbing stuff.
I'm gonna just pause this, make my life a little bit easier.
Where? Okay, so to Mesro, which is kind of like southeast of where we are.
Oh, it's on
And
the
then-
map part.
Yeah, Mesro's on here. And then we'd have to go east through where again? The Laughing Gorge.
The Laughing Gorge
So that's not labeled on here, but
to
there's
Curseball.
it's not labeled on here, but there's definitely
But if we have a
like an
starting
area,
point,
right? So here's where Mesro is. It's kind of like along the east coast,
which is the opposite direction where Iku wants to go to see the Oracle, right? Because that's supposed to be over here.
I think so. I don't remember.
It's still closer though.
The Oracle is in. Where's my notes here?
Oh, is this it right here?
The Oracle is in Orlunga.
I don't remember if that was something that we found on the map. I don't see it. Is there any other reference points on that? Because I feel like we had to go to place and then from there
We're
was
supposed
directions.
to go down a river, but I don't think I wrote those notes down
Okay.
for that. Because she was going to guide us. I just wrote down
Okay.
where the Oracle was at.
Give me a history check. I mean, she would have told you, so if you don't remember, then maybe your character does.
There's a
Nope.
little
That's a 7
spot.
die.
There's a little spot that's a skull and crossbones on here.
That's death.
Let's
go there.
That's not supposed to be there.
Oh,
There's not a skull and
But-
crossbones here.
so here's like the river. Is this the river she's talking about? Because then there's also this one.
There's a river here, yeah,
there's
a river there, and a river there. It might have been this river here.
Yeah, because I feel like it wasn't really far south. I feel like it was in like this area, still like in the northern half
Oh,
of
Actually,
the
the
peninsula.
look at your key. That skull and crossbones totally is supposed to be there.
Oh, undead territory.
Oh.
That's not good. And oh, thank you. And I mean, how this map is exactly how the map we have is marked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay. So is this the place? I have no idea how this.
Mesero.
Right. And then what was the specific? then-
Etaz Muhahaha.
But it definitely looks like they're
That's
That's a villain's lair right there.
What
but
was
there's
the name of
definitely
the
a gorge
gorge
here.
looking for?
The gorge is...
The Laughing Gorge
The
or
Laughing
something?
Gorge.
That's great.
I caught that joke when I bought this book months ago and haven't had a chance to
Say it.
say it.
Yeah, so right there, there's an X that marks the spot.
Okay.
Well, what spot's it marking?
It's not. It's just a point of interest.
It's marking the gorge essentially.
And there's Curse the Ball.
Just to the south of that.
What is Curse of All?
That was the last place
Again?
that they mentioned.
Each hex on this map is 10 miles.
Oh, okay.
And I think at some point you were told if you're
10 miles.
Yep, if you're going through the jungle on foot, you can usually cover about 1 hex per day,
Okay.
unless you are moving at a fast pace, and there's cons to that.
Yeah.
And you can move potentially 2 if you roll a d4 and blah blah blah. But if you're on a river, you can move up to 2 hexes per day.
So
Which we're planning on taking.
the guy said travel to Mesro, head east, through the Laughing Gorge,
Mhm.
and then to Curse a Ball to find the bones of the Green Dragon.
I mean, there's a river here, so we might be able to travel down that, and it would make it go a lot faster. So, because 2 per day.
So we would have to
1,
travel down this river here, cross over to the Mesro,
2. Mhm.
and then travel from there down.
Right, and even if traveling on the river, that's still like a week to go get from Mesro to Curse of All.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Tiriki River.
No, River Olong is what I was looking at for.
Oh, River Tiriki.
Right.
I think that's the river that Iku
Right.
wants to go down.
Right, so but once we get to Mesro,
No.
I'm just saying it's gonna be.
I know I've heard the name.
You have.
Oh, is it?
Tariki Anchorage.
Oh, Tiriki.
Is it
Anchorage,
River Ocean Star that
Yep.
we're gonna go down?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
she
it
wants
must
to
be
take
over
us in
here
the
then.
opposite direction.
Yeah.
To
Well-
go see the Oracle.
I don't know.
You guys have this map out on the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a crowd.
There's a knife in the middle of it. No, I'm kidding.
There's a crowd that's beginning to form around you guys. Oh, wow! Where'd you get this map? Oh my! Oh, the people just are suddenly just piling around. Like, I can't believe I've never seen a map this complete. What? Where did you find? This has got to be worth a fortune.
Hey!
And people are really, really getting interested in it.
Hey!
Yeah.
We should roll that up.
Can I make an intimidation check?
Do it.
You're like, hey,
Well, I mean your strength bonus to it.
that's our map. Don't. Yeah.
Strider.
No, guide her.
Oh,
Intimidation.
A D4.
Okay. Shit, where's my D4? You know what? I better sit down so this doesn't sound like crap.
There's a lot of people there.
Okay. 20. Plus strength, you said? 25.
You beat my my die roll by 10.
Nice.
There's a lot of people there, but angry drunken orc, people get back.
Yeah, they do.
They get back real quick. No one there is interested. Is obviously super interested, at least, in starting something.
When they back off, I would like to stealth that map off the table so that nobody sees where I pocket it. I would like to stealth it off the table, then pass it over to Mount Wood.
Okay. Yeah, give me your sleight of hand check.
Oof. That's going to be really bad because that's a 2 on the die.
Don't let anybody see this.
You don't.
That total's not. That total.
You
might be
definitely
okay.
get the idea that people see you slip it to Montwood. I mean, well, maybe. What's your total?
Total is. I do have stealth. That's a 6.
Yeah, I got a higher number on my die than that. People definitely seem to be aware. No one really says anything, but you can see their eyes are looking at the map.
Okay.
I'll give you a second, if you don't mind.
Okay.
And then Ryan, give me a sleight of hand as you're trying to receive it, and maybe you can pull this off.
I was gonna say, if Gilly sees Brielle kind of fumble, Gilly would want to be like, "Oh my goodness, is that a dinosaur off the racetrack?"
And
Deception.
do it. If you can win, Ryan gets advantage on
I was
his.
gonna say, yeah.
Do I have a moment to cast my guidance on myself?
It's all happening at the same time. You already kind of cast them
Oh,
on.
we're
Okay.
bad
Rick's
rolls
are-
right now.
I got a 2 on the dice while making that a 3.
Yeah.
Nobody believes me.
No one hears you.
Awesome.
Too much of a commotion going on away
Nope,
from the
nope, I gotta
orc.
use that against Matt.
Thank you.
Come on, Ryan.
Hey, 10. It's a total of 13.
All right. So, I mean, like, people see you slip it to Montwood, or see Brielle slip the map to Montwood, but you get the sense that wherever Montwood put it on his person, at the very least, seems to have been successful. Like, it's hidden.
It just like disappeared into his.
It just kind of
sleeves or
disappeared into his ensemble.
I'll throw out prestidigitation to go, and it's gone!
About a half dozen people just kind of like perk up a little bit.
Richter.
Bravo,
Richter's
bravo,
gonna
sir.
clap too.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
Maybe we should have a more private meeting.
Put it on the spot.
Brielle will say we have rooms.
Yeah. I think we should go to our rooms too.
Sure. Whose room do you want to head up to?
Ours is probably the nicest.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, guys. All are welcome in our room when we're not sleeping
Oh, okay.
or changing.
All right. You guys successfully make it up to your rooms, and
Rickster's gonna like have everybody else go first up the stairs though, and then like stop and turn around and kind of like give an intimidating glare at everybody and like pound on his chest, kind of like, "Come on."
give me another intimidation check. There totally wasn't gonna be anybody listening at the door.
With strength added onto it,
Yeah.
so 12.
It's pretty good off a 4.
That's pretty good. You can roll a 4? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. I mean, most people are like, "Oh, hey, we're just, I'm going to be over here drinking." And people just leave.
Okay.
Good.
Good.
Alright, so you guys are, to the best of your knowledge, alone in your room. Do you reconvene the conversation about your map and where you're going? And
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, Brielle will pull out her hand and
I'm guessing.
she'll make a sign map towards more Mountwood, but you
Ta-da! I had it the entire time.
Oh!
That was a good trick. I'm guessing the door opens inward into the room.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. So once we all get in, and the door's closed and probably locked, like kind of,
Sure.
Rickster's gonna sit in front of the door.
Okay, done.
Yeah. Nice, man, I don't remember where. 298-pound doorstop.
The door's not going anywhere. It is
Cool.
fully stopped.
Cool.
It's like double Brielle.
Like if he's leaning against the door, like it kind of like creaks in its frame a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll be fine.
I mean, probably. Probably.
This tiny, skinny little owl. Just tone. but-
Gilly kind of peeks under the door frame. I imagine there's a gap between the floor
Little
and the
bit, little
door.
bit.
And are there any like shadows
Not
of
yet.
like?
Not at the
Okay.
moment.
Not yet.
Hey, if I see a shadow under that door, I'll tell you, and you just give the door a good whack.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And Gilly will just be mindful of every few minutes or so peeking at the door to
Okay.
see if there's shadows.
I could put 12 out there.
Yeah, that's actually valid.
I mean, I have to go unconscious, but I think I would be able to hear anyway.
Yeah.
Being that close.
I mean, that would work.
Well, I mean, he could just be a warning signal.
Mm-hmm.
Have him just like start
Scratching at the door or
Mhm.
something if somebody's
Mhm.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just have him sit and menacingly like stare at the
Or he
hallway.
could start talking and make Brielle go crazy. She doesn't understand what's going on.
Yeah, that's fine. We can put 12 in the hall.
Okay, cool. All right, so you got a watch.
A watch
set,
rat.
Watch rat. You got a doorstop
And a map.
and a map. What's up?
So guys, my concern is if Iku wants us to go one way, but all of these stories want us to go another way, we only have so much money. And only so much time for that amount of money.
And Brielle will say, and now that we have clues, do we really need the Oracle?
I mean, yes and no. The clues are just hearsay from a guy and Cousin Vinny.
Well,
She'll say it's more than we had.
I mean, true.
but the Oracle has the same information, then we'll end up going over there anyways. Right?
Right.
Right, and then Brielle will say, right, and that's pointless. It's a
Yeah.
waste of a trip.
Brielle says that would be wasting a trip then going to the Oracle just to confirm information.
It's a waste of time and resources.
Waste of time and resources.
Okay. So we're gonna go to, what was that place again? With the mwahaha? Yeah.
The Laughing Gorge?
Yeah, let's go there. I
Yeah.
like that.
Well, but we could also ask Iku if she's heard anything of these legends.
Right.
Because that could be a validating source as well.
That's a good idea. We should definitely do that.
Yeah. But we're not meeting with her until
After
later
the
tonight.
races, I think after all the
Is
races
that
are
like
done.
5? I think that's at 5.
You
I don't
guys
know.
actually said like the morning of leaving.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, we
for
told her
some
that we were
reason
going
I
to meet
thought
her
we-
after the races.
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought we were going to talk
Just to
like, tonight.
reconfirm with her
Yeah.
everything we were planning on doing.
And then leaving
Yeah.
the next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and we can't forget to pick up our stuff.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of. That's what you're doing in the morning. Picking
Yes.
yourself up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew you had like a
From
big
Gil.
thing you were doing
Yeah,
first
we
thing in
gotta
the morning.
go.
Yeah.
We gotta go to the.
I'm gonna row, row, row in a canoe. Row, row, row.
If do you guys need to like, what's the word from Skyrim? Just like hit the wait clock and put X number of hours and fast forward time.
Rest for 8 hours.
I mean, you're looking at probably like, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so you really only got like a few hours to kill.
Right. Brielle's not too ecstatic about going back downstairs with the crowded people. She's not a big fan of crowds, so
Okay.
she's gonna want to stay up here.
Yeah. I mean, we could just hang out up here and get to know each other more. Yay,
Okay.
team building activities!
Like, whenever you fight off stuff together, that's what we mean? What are we gonna fight?
No, this game is called Two Truths and a Lie. Okay, so we're all... No, just kidding. Fast forward through all of that part.
Brielle's just going, no,
No, but it'll be
no,
fun.
no,
Oh.
no, no.
We used to play it all the time. So shy. Okay.
At the where?
Brielle,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Brielle will sign strategically. Maybe we should teach them some sign language that they can use during combat situations.
That's a good idea. Well, do you guys want to learn some sign? For strategic battle purposes?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah, that might be useful.
Strategic battle signing! Yeah.
What did we teach you already?
So, I was actually just gonna, like, say them. So, Rickster knows thank you, like, really well. And then is working on I like your hair. And then has only casually, like been shown maybe, like, once or twice. Nice to meet you. And yes, and no, and me too.
Why is Rick
So we have taught you nothing useful really yet.
Yeah. Well, because
Except for thank you.
Rickster specifically asked you.
Right,
what it
but
was.
like
Yeah.
in the middle of battle, Richard's like, I like your hair. And we're like, what? Thank you.
It just looks super
trampled by
confused.
dinosaurs.
What?
Oh man, you messed up your hair.
We could teach stop.
Yep. I was
Wait.
thinking stop, go. Well, stop
Quiet.
and wait would probably just be just one or the other.
Yeah, stop.
Okay.
Go.
I will mark things that you know too. What about
Quiet. Yep, quiet would be a good one.
Well, that one's self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's pretty
Mhm.
self-explanatory.
Um,
But just so that you guys know for sure that when she goes like that, that's exactly what
Okay.
it means. When
What about,
she
like-
puts her finger up to her mouth.
go left, go right, stay back.
Yeah, she would probably just make the sign for go and then point a direction.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
What I can't remember what the sign. I just looked up a bunch of these. And I can't remember what the sign for go is.
Go.
Is it, that's okay. That's what I was
Go.
thinking, but
That's
I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
she would
Go.
just go like this, and then she would point left
Go.
or right, or
okay.
if she just did it straight, it would just mean
Go straight.
Well, you can also differentiate go, because one of the more formal signs is pointing to yourself and then go,
Oh, okay. So
symbolizing I'm going.
right, and so that would be different than telling somebody to go.
right.
It can,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
it can be,
Okay.
but typically the sign is simplified to.
Okay.
This would be useful.
We can teach you how to count up to 10 in sign, because it's different than
Oh, okay.
the normal way that you count.
Yeah.
You can't
But
just
that
use
would
your
probably
fingers.
just be easier just to use
Yeah.
your fingers
Maybe.
because it's universal.
Okay.
I
mean,
Brielle, because of the lack of people that know sign in this world, would do a lot of generalizations.
okay.
So,
Well,
Unless
just
you wanted to
counting.
know teens to 20, in case of lots of enemies.
just with more than 3.
Oh.
You think wizards
Sorry,
have a
it's-
problem with sign language? If you're trying to say something in sign language and they accidentally cast a spell.
Oh.
Brielle starts laughing.
I never thought of that.
So, whenever I was working, sometimes really important to know, like, not just how many people, but what kind of weapons they have. So, like, if somebody has a bow, you gotta watch out and do things differently than if they just all have swords. How do you tell the difference?
Sure.
She would probably do general, so instead of signing out like sword, or bow, like she would make like a universal
Okay.
holding her arm out and pull a string back. If she
Okay.
was swords, she would go
Okay.
like a non-sheathing motion, things like that.
Okay.
If it's a really big sword, she'd probably go like pull the sheath and then go like hands cupped in and then extend them, meaning it's a big sword.
Whack. Okay.
She would try to make it as simple as possible
Mhm.
because we're trying to teach these things fast. Like
Yeah.
between Gilly and Brielle, like Gilly knows so much because they've spent years together.
Like out of game, Sam kind of wants Castor to be like holding a staff and then like sparkly fingers for magic. Because I mean that's important to know.
She could pull out that detect magic staff and just go.
Yeah.
Wave her fingers
Point
at
it
it.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wizard, make a steeple pat sign.
There's a sign for like witch and wizard,
Right.
but I don't know it right offhand.
Alright, so it seems like you guys are going to kill a few hours teaching each other various types of sign language and kind of reinforcing the usage of it. Just kind of establishing a future cohesive battle language, right?
Because of this like little session, can I mark yes and no as like completely learned?
That seems fine. So, I think next week when we return, we're probably going to have a chance to talk to Iku and figure out exactly what it's going to look like when you guys are someday, hopefully the not too distant future,
Hopefully next session.
going to leave Port Nyanzaru.
What?
So, folks, thank you very much for listening. Thank you for joining us at our table. If you like the things that we're doing, or you want to tell us why and how we're doing it wrong. Constructive criticism only, please. You can find us on lots of social media at Monday Night TPK. That'd be Facebook, Instagram,
Twitters.
the Twitters. Maybe one of us should make a Snapchat account and make that our username. We haven't done that as of me saying this, me typing this.
Oh,
Oh my
that
god.
I
seems
mean,
like that
I
could be
feel like
hard.
if we get a big enough group and people want something like that, that would be fun, and we could take snaps of like current games in session, so people kind of get like a tease of what's going to happen in the future.
That's true.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you want us to do that, tell us, because frankly, if no one's out there paying attention,
We're not going to do these things.
sending that much into the void is pointless. All right. Again, we'll see you next week. Have a good night.
I think the void's neat.